And I think I click onto Yahoo page and then torturing CW Punk. CM Punk, whatever his fucking name is. Again, is more CW, whatever his fucking name is, Punk. CW Punk. It's like when, who's the heavyweight champion, Stoic?
Stipe Miocic.
I think fucking Stiopic would fucking rack him. You pissed that motherfucker off from Cleveland. Stiopic is crazy. I love that motherfucker. Go ahead. Keep doing those steroids. Put him in there against Stiopic. Whatever. I love that Cleveland motherfucker dude.
Stipe.
He's supposed to fight that fucking Khabib. End of story. End of story. No more fucking around. Let's get Barrio the Ryushin there. We got some fucking people here. I want to see Khabib. That's the fight. Labor Memorial Day weekend. It's Khabib and him. Tyrone Woodley. That was already established in New York. Tyrone Woodley.
Tyron.
He's going to look at Khabib already at the press conference.
Khabib again.
Already Khabib. He said the punch from Michael Conn. I'm not saying. And killed more time for Khabib. And I knew they were going to get the part, bro. I'm like, they're going to get the part. I'm not going to get it. But I had warm-ups on. All right, I had warm-ups on with the string, and I had white tidy whities, and I had a zip-up jacket, and I had to weigh 380. So I walked in. I go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my pants off. Right? I'm taking my fucking sweats off. Dog, I walk in, and what do you think these two ladies say to me? Hold on 1 second. We'll be with you in a minute. So they turn around. That's my cue, bitch. I took those sweatpants off. I took the shoes off and my socks, and I walked closer, and I took my shirt off. When they turned back around, all I had was boxer shorts on, like the tidy whities. That's it. Tits hanging out, stomach hanging over the underwear. And they did. As soon as they turned around, they were like, "Oh my God!" They're like, "That is terrible. Put your shirt back on." I'm like, "I'm not putting on shit. All right, I'm reading this motherfucker how it is." Okay, then when you want to come after the chick is laying there like she got shot in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like she's laying there, the one leg is hanging, you know what I'm saying? Her mouth is stretched out, her asshole, it's still open like a dragon's mouth. You know when you fuck them in the asshole stays open.
Do I?
And then just laying there drinking milk, trying to recoup and shit.
With Daniel Cormier being accused of cheating with the weight cut.
Listen, if you cheat and you get away with it, it ain't cheating. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. They let him go. What the fuck? They were all there. CSSA. Everybody was there. All the initials were there. The steroid people, CSSA, and nobody said dick. Fuck it. You got away with it. I ain't mad at him. That's why you got to have a manager. Where was Anthony Rumble's manager? Where was he? I would have been up there throwing white towels. I would have been doing the whole fucking thing. But that's what happens now. Now he's 280. He's somewhere eating fucking cheeseburgers, Daniel Cormier. You think I'm mad at him? Fuck it. I've cheated at Weight Watchers from time to time myself and shit.
Once a day, you gotta light these mother. What do you think about our buddy put an apology today? Who? Did you see Joe
Rogan? But he got a fact wrong.
Yeah. Poor Joe Rogan. He put the apology up. They would tell him, go. He was, that's hard for my dog.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to him. He had to put an apology up and shit.
I guess
things were good when he was. Things are good in the basement, dog. Once you take that Spotify money, you got to start apologizing and making believe you care about trannies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now he's got to go to a tranny parade and donate $10 every month. Don't play it. Any day now, you'll see Rogan hanging out with trannies down in Austin, jumping up and down. You know, the poor guy. That's what happens when you get that money.
She goes, "Oh my God, it's so great to see you. How have you been?" I go, "It's great to see you." Man, I gave her a hug, and I put the Chinese down, and she goes, "What are you doing with your life?" I go, "I'm getting divorced, but I got into stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to deliver food to make a living." And she's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. You and her broke up? Oh, you must need a hug." And as I started hugging her, we started swapping spit, and I touched a little monkey, and I could feel nobody had even touched a monkey in like 10 years. Steam started coming up. And I started fingering that motherfucker like a savage and swapping spit with her. And my hand was nice and wet, and I'm fingering it. I got a pinky surrounding her asshole. And I'm working, and finally I put it down slowly. And I pop her pants. I take her tit out. She's got one big fucking tit. I'm sucking her tits. And I'm making out with her. And I'm fingering at the same time. So while I'm fingering her, I take her pants down. But I go, I don't want to see what the other leg is. So I took the leg off of the good leg. And I left the fucking bad leg covered because I don't want to know what it is. If she's got like a pole under there, one of those fucked up feet. So I picked up her fucking legs and I started eating her pussy. The clit fucking was huge. I'm sucking at it like a piece of bubble gum. I look up at her and she's like this, Christine, like with her mouth open. I go, now's the time to put the helmet in that fucking mouth. So I switched up. I started 2-finger Louieing her and I went around her and I put that fucking hammer in her mouth and she didn't know what to do. She's like, and at that time, I was trying to fucking lift weights and shit, so I wasn't jerking off. Because somebody told me not to jerk off, that your protein. I was retarded, dog. You know, I'm retarded. And when I came in the mouth, it was one of those loads, Christine, that don't stop. You ever have one of those things?
I know, Christine.
And you're sucking it with your eyes closed, and then after a minute, you open it up because you're like, when is this going to stop? And I could look at her swallowing it, and it was endless. It was fucking endless. It was just a load of death. It was like a month and a half of not coming. There was Valium in there and Xanax and fucking
Well, it's
cocaine.
nice seeing you, Joey. Thanks for stopping by.
She looked at me. She started getting a little dizzy.
Oh, my God.
I was selling Valium at the time. I was taking like 100 milligrams of Valium a night. When I shot in her mouth to put her in a trance, she was glassy-eyed. She gave me a $3 tip, and I left, and I never saw her again. She must have ate that Chinese food and slept for a week.
Oh, my God.